Well, hello friends. Today we are going to work a little bit on the file picker dialog in Serenity, and I wonder if I can get one running right now. Maybe I can. Yes. So currently, forget about that. Currently we have the text editor open dialog looks like this, and it's very basic, right? But it does sort of do the job. But I would like it if, for instance, if we go to a directory that has images in it, I would really like it if we could, for instance, select this, and then the dialog would grow a little bit and it would show us a preview of the image, because I just really don't like it in systems where you have to pick an image file and it doesn't let you see the frickin' image. So let's do that. And let's make it easy for ourselves. So let's use the Hello World app for this. So let's see, where's that main? Hello World, right? And we will G file picker. That's the name. So this thing is called G file picker, right? Picker. And I haven't used it for a while, so I don't remember the API apparently. Okay, so res wallpapers, pretty good place to look, because then, yeah, that's where we have some wallpapers. I guess we could put some more wallpapers in there. So I'll just grab my random pictures collection. Does it have anything in it? And it does have some. Okay, so I don't know what's in here, but or actually, shit, these are not going to work because they're just random PNG features that we don't support are going to be in there. So actually, let's use. We can use the icons directory. So in res icons, there's a lot more icons that we know we can look at. So say icons 32 by 32. That would be a good place to go. Okay, and then we'll say picker exec, and then we can just exit the program. Yeah, and let's make ourselves a command line. So we're going to be working in libgui, so we got to build that, and then we're going to want to do clean builds of hello world each time. So we'll do a clean followed by a regular build, and then we will install it and run it. Okay. And, or wait, maybe that's enough actually. And we can just type hello world. Yeah. So basically, when we select one of these, I guess I want it to show up here, right? So it could just be a simple heuristic that based on the extension of the file that you're selecting, we could like ensure that this right hand side thing is visible, or we could even make it always visible. Maybe that's actually a bit better, because then we don't have to worry about resizing the window, which might have like an unpleasant effect if, say that like the picker is like really far to the right on the screen, and then you resize to the right even more, and like then you disappear off screen, and like what should you do, and blah 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 blah. Yeah, so let's just always have that extra space for this. So let's look at how G file picker works then. Maybe I'll make this a bit bigger for you. Okay, so G file picker is a G dialog, and here is all of the code that builds up the UI of the file picker. As we can see, the outermost main widget in this dialog is a plain G widget with a vertical layout, and I think we are going to want to replace this guy with a horizontal layout. But let me actually look at it to see where I want that to be. Do I want it to be above this? I feel like probably I do. Or do I want it to be level with this guy? Tricky, tricky, tricky. Maybe it should be level with this guy, actually. No. Let's not do it that way. Let's make it top level. But that means that we have to change this a little bit. So main widget, I'm using this everywhere here, so this is not gonna fly anymore. We're gonna have to call it like vertical container. Place all except auto vertical container is a new widget in the horizontal container. And then the horizontal container is a new G widget with no parent. Can you believe it? Because he's the main widget. Nullter is not a keyword. Okay. Oh, and of course it's not vertical container paren, but just vertical container. So. Oh shit, do I have regex search enabled? Okay, there we go. Right. So, okay, well, this isn't going to look any different actually, because I didn't change anything relevant, but, or it looks horrendously different because I'm not aware of what I'm doing apparently. Horizontal container is a new widget, and that is the main widget, and vertical container is in that guy, so why doesn't that work? Okay, I'm unsure if I just screwed this up. Maybe we should fill that with the background color at the very least. Okay, I don't know how I managed to make it go all black. I'm supposed to be the expert on this system. Okay, so now we have an all gray thing, and oh, interesting. Didn't even know about this feature. If I hold down the logo button and double click on a window, then it maximizes it. I probably reviewed this change without realizing it was in there, but that's a really nice feature actually. Damn, should have paid more attention. Okay. So what the hell is going on? The vertical container is a child of the horizontal container. Oh, I know what's happening. That the horizontal container, he's just a horizontal container in name. He doesn't actually have a layout. So we give him a layout. Gbox layout orientation horizontal, just like the name says. Now it will expand horizontally to fill up the whole file picker, which should give us ample space for this stuff. Okay. And I don't know what's going on with this guy, but let's ignore that. Okay, now we can put something interesting on the right-hand side. And that would be somewhere in the, I guess we can do that at the very end here. Or before the buttons at least. Or, well, whatever, we can do it after the buttons. Okay, so let's put a, I guess, just preview container, let's call it. And it can be maybe a G-frame. And it will be a child of the horizontal container. And the preview container will have frame shape container, right? And have the frame shadow sunken, and the frame thickness will be 2. Let's see how that looks. Okay, so it's a little bit of spacing, not looking great here, but generally the idea of the sunken look is good, I think. So let's try to fix up the spacing thing, and also let's make it statically. Let's make it have a fixed width. So let's say that size policy is horizontally fixed and vertically fill. Okay, and then the preferred size horizontally is going to be, say, 100 pixels, and vertically is don't care. And where do we have all these margins and stuff? So they're here in the vertical container. So I guess we could do the margin in the horizontal container instead. Like that. And we will also have the same margin on the right side. Okay, that's a bit better. Although it's still not really matching up perfectly, but we're onto something, although it should clearly be wider than that. So I don't know what I was thinking with 100. Let's say 180 instead and see how that feels. That's kind of nice. I like that. Okay. So we don't have to make it perfect and we make every pixel align or whatever, because I'll just go and do that offline anyway. I'm not gonna bore you with me doing pixel adjustments in a video, but I think we have something we can work with here. So let's implement the actual image preview stuff. So the easiest way to get an image up on screen in libGUI code is to use a glabel and then setting an icon on it. So let's just do that. Or let's at least have one of those things available. So let's see. Preview icon, or let's call it the preview bitmap label. Preview image label. Yeah. And we will put that inside the preview container. And set relative rect. Let's see, how wide should this thing be actually? I guess we can make a rect for this. So preview image rect, or label rect, is don't care about coordinates, and size would be something like 160, or maybe even preview container and preferred size with minus, say, 16, and the height would be something like 100. Say 180 for that matter, whatever. Okay. And then let's center that within the preview container rect. Okay, doing some science here with the coordinates. And this isn't going to tell us anything, so we have to actually do something to it. So let's just fill with background color true and give it a color. How about a fancy magenta? Okay. Well, that's not exactly in the location that I had intended. Preview container. Oh, because the layout hasn't happened yet. Oh. Well. Okay, so I don't know why I was trying to do this layout manually. Actually, let's just give this thing a layout. Now that I think about it, I realize that that was just silly. So let's just make an orientation vertical box layout. Maybe I should make a convenience class, like a GV box layout. Maybe that would be nice. Automatic vertical layout, but maybe not right now. Okay. Then we don't have to do this shit. And then we can, instead we can just say preview image labels, set size policy fixed, and size policy fixed. And give it the preferred size of 180, 160 by 160 because those are good numbers. Okay, and then I should probably move it down a little bit. So we will just preview container layout, set margins, and the margins can be like 8, 8, 8 or something. Maybe that will look good. Yeah, it's kind of good. Good enough. All right, so let's put this guy in here. Is G label a G frame actually? Yeah, it is. Okay, well, I'm just thinking like, should we even make that into, should we have a frame on this thing too? We could do that, but let's not worry about that right now. Let's just implement the actual image preview finally. Okay, so let's say that when we select one of these, then what's going to happen? So we have on activation, and then what ends up happening is, okay, so this is activation, that file name moves down here, right? So let's see if it's a directory, then we open, otherwise we do set text. So then we should also do something here like if entry.name ends with, wow, thank you past self for adding this. To lower, did I add this too, please? Yes, thank you, past me. Then, oh, and we're gonna need this down here, so where was this callback again? Oh, yeah, so let's actually set that up, the very last thing that we do instead, because then we can use the preview image label in the lambda. So preview image label, set icon, graphics bitmap, or no, what is it? Load PNG, I think. So I have to include shared graphics PNG loader. And then let's just sort these because sorting, I don't know, I started sorting the header includes a few days ago after I discovered that you could automatically sort a selection in QCreator, and now I can't stop doing that. But it's really not important. So let's see, load PNG, entry dot name, I suppose, or no, wait, we have the full path of it. Path dot string. Yeah, so this is the actually expanded path here. So let's see if that works. Oh, it kind of does work, although it doesn't update. Why don't you update when I set an icon? Oh, see, it doesn't do that. Well, that's such an oversight. It should clearly do that. So let's see if they are the same, then we can just ignore it. But otherwise, update. That's much nicer, isn't it? Okay. Pretty cool. It stays. We should forget about it if we change directory. Okay, and then let's get something bigger. So here's this guy, and he looks all wonky. Why do you look wonky? I guess because we need to actually scale it. So that should actually be preview image label. That should stretch icon true. Okay. Oh, it's kind of amusing. They show up like that. You can see these alpha pixels here with, I mean, these are transparent pixels, but it doesn't take that into account. I guess because the scale bitmap drawing code doesn't do alpha blending, so that's definitely a fix me. So yeah, that's what that's supposed to look like. Okay, well, we can certainly improve this, but we are getting somewhere. So maybe if the picture is, or if the image is already small enough that it fits here in this little box, then we shouldn't stretch it. So let's say that PNG bitmap, or let's just call it bitmap. Load PNG string. Okay, and then if no bitmap, then return. Okay, and then we can start doing some trickery, like that could be the last thing we do. Set should stretch icon is so I guess the width, or let's say we should stretch is width if the bitmap width is greater than the label width, or bitmap height is greater than the label height. Okay. How does that turn out? Yeah, so now these are like this. And if we go to wallpapers and I select this thing, then it's like that. Yeah, so then it scales it. Cool. So let's see, when we open a new directory, I guess one thing we should do here is we should say that we should always image label dot set icon. We'll just clear the image every time, and then if we do encounter a PNG, then we will open it. So that means that when we do something like go into a different directory, then yeah, okay. But what else do we have? When we're opening a new place, then we should also do that thing. If we were opening, going to parent, so I feel like this preview image label is going to be useful further down and further above, I mean. So let's just preview image label wallpaper. Okay, because now we can use it in the Lambda. So we can put it here, for instance, preview image label set icon wallpaper. This is pretty hackish, but we just want something to work kind of sort of the way you would expect right now. Okay. Yep. And then you go to another directory and shit just falls apart. Why did you fall apart? It's a null pointer dereference, but why? Activate. Oh, is this thing null when it's captured? I would have thought that this way we would capture it. We would capture this pointer address on the stack, not necessarily the null pointer value of it. Am I just stupid about this? Well, I'm not confident that that's how that works. Let's actually find out. What was I trying to do? Open parent directory. Right, so label is P. Dies. The preview image label is null. Oh, I didn't know that would happen. Oh, well, of course that would happen. See, I'm such a stupid. Because I didn't do this. Okay, yeah, what the hell was I expecting? Okay. Yeah, sometimes I sort of doubt myself about understanding C++, and then it turns out that I wasn't entirely wrong. I just doubted myself. And that just happened again. So now, did I get confident about something that I shouldn't have? Jeez. Preview image label. There's no way that you're null, are you? Come on. I'm confused. That, and then that, and then you're dead because preview image label is, well, it's not null, it's on the stack. What we're calling set icon. Why is that a problem? Set icon. pre-image label, set icon, no footer. If m icon is whatever. Well, let's print f. Actual PIL. Okay, having some slight doubts and confusions here. What are you? 83 DDE is the pill, and you died because you thought the pill was this other thing. Now, why did you think that? What? Oh, I see what I'm doing here. This thing is on the stack, but we are not executing in this function anymore. Because we actually leave this function. That's what the problem is. So I am stupid, just not even in the way that I originally thought, just in a different way. So what we really want to do here is rearrange the code so that we actually have the right label. We can, well, one thing we could do is just do the actions later. So we could put the actions down here, and then we don't have to worry about that. And then we shouldn't be doing this that way, actually, because we want a copy of the pointer. Oh, well, that was a bit messy. So do that, and then leave, and then it clears it, right? Jesus. Okay. Oh, wow, forgot about this icon. Wonder if I have some other icons I forgot about. Haven't seen some of these in a while. Look at you. Okay. This is pretty sweet, I guess. We could maybe put something below here. We could say like, maybe like the file name and the dimensions of the full image. So preview image, preview container. We'll say we'll just add it below, I guess. So preview, we'll add a new one, and it will be called, oh, and this one doesn't need to be here, actually. And this one will be called preview image name label. Preview name label. Preview container. And that one will have a font that is default bold font. That would look nice. And what else am I thinking? That's good. And then we'll have preview dimensions. Say geometry label. Let's call it the geometry label. I like that word geometry. But that one shouldn't have a strange font, so it should just be like this. And then this is getting a little bit confusing. I feel like I'm shooting myself in the foot over and over here by insisting on putting these on the stack when I could also just make life easy for myself and make these things be frickin' members. So I'm just going to stop with the foot gunning and do this, label, preview image label, because I just wasted all that time struggling to debug this dumb problem that I wouldn't have had if I made these members. So what was it? Geometry. And then we can just do this and this and finally that. And then we'll say search for this and turn it into that. Oh, and right. We need to do the same here. And do you build? No, you don't. And preview image label is not captured. Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, here. Right, well, we are capturing this. But that was a different lambda. Wait, let's start at the top. What the heck's going wrong here? glabel is not named a type. Yeah, gotta fix that. Then everything else will fall into place. Okay, then do that. Now everything builds. Okay, and then we should probably have ourselves a little helper for this instead. So we'll do something like set preview path. Set preview file maybe. Set preview path. I think that is kind of reasonable, and then we'll have clear preview as well. Yeah. And we'll make these guys do all of that work that we were doing manually above, because it's going to be a bit more now than just clearing the icon. So let's see. You can go away and set icon. This will go in clear, so it'll be clear preview. Check icon null footer. Let's say clear preview. Oops, forgot to semicolon. And likewise here, clear preview. Okay. And then where's the other set icon? You are here. Okay, so then set preview path.string. Then we can go here. No, not there. Here. Oof. And all we have to do is path a lowercase ends with PNG. And we will try to load it. And if it doesn't succeed, then we should actually clear the preview. Okay. And then in clearing, we should also clear the name label. Just be the empty string. I think there's a nicer way of saying that. Yeah, string empty. And then the geometry label should also have an empty text. Okay. And a little too many parens. Okay. Preview name label set text. And I guess we should make it be the file system path dot base name. think that'll do it. And then the geometry label should be string format, or actually, maybe we can even do and preview, or maybe we can even do bitmap size to string. How fancy would that be? It reads really nicely, actually. Okay. Aha, that didn't work. Double click event. So, like, why are you crashing, bro? Crashing here? Please tell me about this. Why did you do that? Wait, we're not in the kernel, we are in demos hello world. And that is set preview. Crashing below the destructor file system path. So just below here. And preview geometry label. And why are we crashing here? You're crashing because it was a null read from a null pointer before we call string format. And it's because because the bitmap is null. Because here we're moving the bitmap away. So after we move the bitmap, then the bitmap is null. So we have to do that a little bit later. We can actually do the bitmap last. This is a subtle bug. Sometimes I think that maybe it's not worth using move constructors to avoid ref count churning or retain count churning. It's just creating these little bugs. Look at that. That's kind of nice, but they're very spaced out. So let me tweak that a tiny bit. We'll say that the mPreview name label should have a size policy of horizontally filling, but vertically being fixed. And the preview name label should have a preferred size of don't care, and it should be the font glyph height. We can do the same for the geometry label, actually. Then it will be vertically compressed to the height of the font instead. I think that would be a bit nicer. Yeah, then we look like that. Pretty cool. Look at this. That's very, very cool. Let's see some big thing. Yeah, I quite like it. We should make this dialog be bigger by default though. It's clearly it's not big enough. Let's see, let's play around here. What's a good size for it? Maybe like this, like 700. 700 by 400, say. Does everyone agree? Okay, well, I agree. Maybe it's a bit big, I don't know. It'll work for now. And I think we will make it that by default. Oh shit, I have low disk space. I'm just gonna ignore that for now. Okay, shut up. Hopefully I can keep recording for a few more minutes. Okay, I think this is a pretty good default size. Yeah, cool. Okay. Right, so let's commit this. Let's do a patch review. First thing is that we are not going to commit this change here in hello world. So let's actually see what we should commit. I don't want those things in the process. Memory map model, whatever, that's unrelated. Okay, and let's add the GUI and see what we have. Or, hold on. What did we have in glabel? I feel like that was a pretty self-contained change. Yeah, it's just that, so let's do that separately. Glabel, update the widget if the, let's just do an update if set icon. Why is it so difficult? Set icon should update the widget. Oh, okay, finally. We can look at the real changes. Okay, so that's me sorting the headers. Right, and then we made the different layout with the horizontal container. So we have the space for the preview guy on the right. And then we do clear preview in various places when we navigate to different folders and so on. When we go to parent, open some child folder, blah, blah, blah. Then we moved all of these things to the bottom, although maybe now I wouldn't have needed that anymore since I made them members, but it's not the end of the world. Although the patch would look nicer if I didn't do that, so I'm gonna move it up again because I like tidy patches. So that one would be there, I think. How's that? Oh, fuck, no, that was the action. Okay, I'm messing that up. I should pay more attention. So that was the action stuff. Goes under the sky, okay. Try that one more time. Well, that is much nicer. And then the on activation callback is under file name text box. So here. Yeah, that's just so much tidier. Okay. Right. So the new stuff here is in the horizontal container, we add the preview container. And we remember how that looks like. And then we have 3 labels in there: the preview image label, the preview name label, and the preview geometry label. And blah, blah, blah. Okay, so then when we get a call to set preview, which happens when something is activated in the file system table view, in the file system view. I mean, in the future, this should probably be like when you select something, not when you double click, but right now we don't have a notification that you selected, so that's something that I have to add, but we're not going to go into that now. But when we do activate or double click on something, that we call set preview, which is just past the path. And I suppose up here we had a file system path, I think, right? Oh, struggle. Yeah, so we have this. So we could actually pass the file system path instead of synthesizing it again down here. We could just do that. File system path. And actually, that makes me wonder if file system path should have something like an extension function. Oh, let's include ACK file system path. Okay. And now we have to do this. How would it look like if we had that? So it would be like path dot extension, or maybe even like has extension, and then it could be case insensitive. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, I should consider doing that. That would fit in here. wish so badly that I had this, that I'm just gonna add it right now. So PNG. So let's see, file system path. I'll say bool extension. And that will be a string view, I think. That would be the logical thing to use. And we will just do this and say if mstring dot to lowercase ends with view. What if a view is not lowercase? Return true. Return true. How about return this instead? Okay. That's pretty cool. Then load PNG path. Wait, can't do that to string, right? But other than that, it turned out pretty nice, right? I like the way this reads. I don't like that I have to recompile libc for this, but that's life. Let's try again and just verify that everything's working right. Yeah, that's good. Okay, and then it's unfortunate that string view doesn't have a case insensitive comparison thingy. So that ends with oh, well, dang it. Okay, I'm just gonna do this the inefficient way, and then we'll say fix me. This is inefficient. And string view with enough functionality. We don't need to copy strings here. And then we will do extension. Extension. To lowercase. Okay. Still works? Still works. Okay. Great. Yeah, that's slightly nicer. So let's see, what did we do to ACK here? Just adding this has extension helper. Yeah, that's pretty good. Add a simple has extension. Suddenly I'm doubting how to spell extension. Extension? No. Extension. Basically equivalent to doing if string ends to lowercase ends with dot foo. Path has extension foo. Then has we are mixing them up, and we do like that, and we should have a quote thing. Okay. I meant to do that. Jeez. And no, not A, like this. Right. Okay. Then what else? Get status. Get check. Oh man, did I add it by accident now anyway? Okay, well, I'm doing dumb get stuff. Yep. Okay, so commit and why are you this way, me? Okay, does it look good now? Yes. Okay, and I must look like such a Git genius right now, so now there's just that left, and we can check that out. Hello world, and we can commit this. Okay. Sorry for thrashing so much today. Add a preview pane, right hand side for image previews. Currently, preview pane is always open. Should be something you can configure or something that happens magically. Who knows? Okay. I think we are gonna call this the end of this adventure. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with what we were able to achieve here. Of course, the UI is not perfect at all, but at least got the functionality going, and then I can work on tweaking it. Cool. So if you made it this far in this video today, then I do what I always do, and I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.